On Saturday, I had the opportunity to fly with pilot Scott Runyon and Darren Williams of the BLM. Darren's in charge of Division Alpha on the fire, and it's kind of the west end of the fire. Flying out of the heli base, up at the SNRA, and we're going to fly the fire in a counterclockwise direction. Looking over Darren's shoulder, we're flight. Now we come up over to Bald Mountain, and we're looking at the Warm Springs Trail, perimeter trail above the Board Ranch. You can see it burn very hot, a lot of black in here. A lot of trees burned. And climbing higher on the flanks of Baldy and looking back at the Board Ranch. Now we get out to Mars Ridge, and we've actually turned around. We're now flying north in a counterclockwise direction along the perimeter of the fire's edge. And you can see all the red fire retardant. We're looking at Mars Ridge Trail here. There's a shortcut that the forest firefighters cut, and will be repaired. Is repaired now. And now we've turned around again. We're coming down Imperial and some of the dozer line and fire retardant. You can see that this dozer line has been rehabilitated. There are water bars installed. There's woody debris across the dozer line. Mahoney Butte in the background, going around the picture. Then we're going to come around the bend down here and come into Sawmill Trail, with sawmill drainage. Right now we're still in Imperial. Now, here we're looking down Sawmill, and you can see some fire retardant line and dozer line to the left of that, and the dozer line's been rehabbed. Now we're looking at the Sawmill Trail and sawmill drainage. And we're going to get a view of the rehabilitated dozer line. They brought in a great deal of woody debris to disguise this. There's some large water bars in there. Looking out Greenhorn, Beaver Ponds, Mahoney Butte, coming around, starting to look at Cow Creek. A great deal of burn area, a great deal of black on the way over to Baldy. Now we're heading back towards the heli base. We've done our recon. I don't have a lot of film of the recon work, but we're busy then. Getting some video here of the Board Ranch and the amount of blackened forest above the Board Ranch. We're heading back towards the SNRA heliport. Coming into Adams Gulch, flying over Adams Gulch, and see Griffin Butte there, and down on the right-hand side, we're starting to look at Pork Chop. And you can see it's still very green. They did a great job of keeping the fire out of that draw, and doing a great job all around. The next shot is going to be looking at Chocolate Gulch, some of those in Chocolate Gulch. Right now we're still looking at the top of Pork Chop, Mary's Fork area. This is Chocolate Gulch area. And we're going to get a view here of the Saddle Trail, which ties into Oregon Gulch. Still in the Chocolate Gulch drainage and just getting into the Saddle Trail area, towards climbing up towards Oregon Gulch. There's Saddle. And crossing over into Oregon Gulch. Interesting how being up in the air, you really get a look at the treed vegetation on the shadier north-facing slopes versus the sunny south-facing slopes. And back at the landing. Got a lot of recon done, and the next day we were up there working on some rehabilitation fire line on sundown.